adopt this new technology of the cooking system in the kitchen, because, you know, even as at now, they are defeated even to pay capitation. How is it prepared to adopt this system? And, you know, they have been defeated with others, like what we have, the overheads in high schools. The principals know. There is a very big problem. Number two, when you look at the government itself, it is the one that initiated what we call NEMA. But now, go to prisons, go to police, go to government institutions. You will find they are the ones who are deforesting these areas and taking firewood to cook for prisoners. So we want to know the take from the government first of all. Thank you.
Asante sana. Pengine before niwaruhusu, nilipewa, sitaki kusema power of attorney. Nilipewa fursa kuzungumzia baadhi ya issues on the budget constraints. It's true. There is budget constraints left, right, and center. That's the reality. Yeah? The question is, for this solution being suggested, what can be done? And that's why we mentioned there is a certain financing program called climate finance that can help the schools do the transition. Okay? There's a way. And that's why you find nobody has come to your school with a unique vehicle asking you, why haven't you transitioned? Sindio? They are asking principals to work towards a transition by a particular year, but the solution can only come from ourselves. Yeah? The government is there to create the enabling environment. The engineer will tell us what enabling environment was created for him to have come up with one such solution. But one of the ways in which we're looking to raise finance for the transition is by tapping into the climate finance ecosystem. To be able to reduce these emissions, find somebody to transact it with, get something to help schools meet the transition. Because at the end of the day, like you've said, capitation inchelewa. But that's the reality. Hospitals asking for more cash. I mean, shida iko kila mahali. Yeah? Lakini tukimba wimbo wa taifa tulisema, it is our responsibility. So we appreciate the realities, but let's also see how we as a government, you are the government, I'm the government, everyone is the government, how we can get the solutions. And yes, a number of institutions here are using firewood. That is the reality. We might want to blame them, but the question is maybe hajapata solution. Yeah? I know most of you, when you saw that thing out there, mkona nadhani pilao, sindio? Ile ni jiko. Naam? Sindio? But the key thing is, when there's a solution, one arm of government, in this case, one minister in the government, in this case, Minister of Education, is presenting one such solutions that the committee can tap into. How will it be adopted? One, securing climate finance, and two, there's a lot of capacity building. The engineer will tell us the amount of training he gave the staff at Nairobi School and Garissa High School and the other places has been doing it. Because when you introduce a new technology, you have to teach somebody how to use it. Si ndivyo ndio reality. Tulivyozalisha tufundisha kutembea. Si ndio? So it's all about capacity building, and that's part of the program in the transition. Before I take the next question here, there are two questions from the audience. About 3 weeks ago, the Ministry of Energy, including EPRA, announced a plan to transition approximately 11,000 schools to LPG through PPP, that is public-private partnership models. Is this initiative separate from or part of the project in question? The simple answer is this, for the best of my knowledge, whole government approach. Sindio? Sindio? It's one government. Later, maybe the CEO, Bwana Harun, will talk about the interministerial committee that brings in 5 ministries into the program. That is the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Environment, National Treasury, Water and Agriculture as well, and Ministry of Energy. Okay? On top of that, there is a technical working group bringing in public sector personnel and private sector personnel to think around this. So it's a national conversation that has been there, and it's just a question of plugging in and supplementing their efforts. The second question is,